Alright, gonna do a little two-part video here. This is that majorette truck that I got in exchange for my 68 Camaro taillights at the flea market recently. It's a majorette Super Movers. At the end of the video I will take this out of the package and show you all the features and everything. $497. Amazing. So before I take this out of the package and show you all the features of this thing, which it's pretty awesome, check this out. Alright, now I have a box here from storage of some toys from when I was a kid, a bunch of trucks. I'll show you something really cool. Keep your eye on this one. One of my all-time favorite childhood memories of receiving a toy was this exact truck. Now it gets better. Check this out. The thought that went into making this toy is amazing. There are little tabs here that hold the bottom of the wheels of this front end loader. This asphalt is actually asphalt from when they were paving the street by my grandparents' house back in Slovakia. So that's authentic vintage Cold War era behind the Iron Curtain asphalt. Oh yeah, this is pretty, these are a little beat up. They're scratched up, but I mean, you know, I did take pretty good care of this thing, if you really think about it. This truck is almost 40 years old. It's about 36 years old, something like that. I got it right around 1985 when I was 6, I think. It's 36, 37 years old, something along those lines. Maybe I got it in 86 when I was 7, which would still make this 36 years old. But anyway, pretty awesome. There's some more stuff in this box. Look at this Renault cab over with like kind of an extended sleeper cab, and it's got a car hauler on the back. Now I don't think the bottom cars came on this exact truck. I got two separate trucks. I have a blue one as well. Everything that you see green is blue, and there's yellow on that truck. I believe the frame is yellow on the cab. And so that couple of these cars are from there. I wish I remembered exactly which of the majorette cars came on here, but this is kind of the way I've had it displayed in recent years. Well, it's been in storage for years and years, but before that it was displayed as you see here with these cars. This one had a opening luggage compartment. Look at that. It's a Citroen Camargue GS. This one did sustain some damage. I'm not sure what happened, but that front got ripped off or torn off or something. Matra Simca by Gira. You get another one with the opening luggage compartment. There's even a little carry-on piece of luggage in there. Oh no, suitcase, that's what it is. Pretty beat up, but again, keep in mind, this is almost 4 decades old. I played with these. They weren't sitting in an antique store after some adult squirreled them away. They've been in my possession ever since I got them as a little kid. I need to make side view mirrors for this thing. They got torn off, but it had cute little side view mirrors, which that would be great if it had them. Here in America, we knew this as the Le car. It was the Renault 5 in France and all of Europe. And of course, the legendary mid-engine race car came from that chassis. Alright, so let's unload this truck. That Sierra Cosworth, or Ford Sierra, I should say, out here. This one has opening doors. Pretty standard European Ford. Here we knew these as the XR4 Ti. They only brought them in as a 2-door, I think. I don't know, maybe there was a Mercury 4-door. I thought that was just a 2-door. And this thing is ridiculous because it's an Oldsmobile Omega from the 1980s. It's the same platform, same base as a Corsica. Actually closely related to, I think it was the N chassis, the Pontiac Grand Am and Buick Skylark. And of course this car would have been front wheel drive, but because this is a NASCAR stock car type race car, it has a big old air cleaner and a V8 with headers. I think that's pretty hilarious. And of course Champion spark plugs and Seiko 23. Pretty hilarious if you ask me. So now that those cars are off, this tilts down. You can unload the top of the truck. It does have wheels to freestand. And cab tilts forward and you see that big straight 6 diesel. Well, by European standards, big. Look, it's even angled correctly. The attention to detail on this truck is absolutely beautiful. And it says Saviem. It's a Renault made in France. I used to keep this is window stripping. I used to keep that on the bottom of all of my cars back in the day. Every single car got a little chunk, so it prevented from rolling off the shelves or rolling around the shelves. So that was kind of what that's all about. Alright, let's load these things back on here. Lift it up, and the rest. Get 5 cars all together, 2 down bottom, 3 up top. And then we reconnect the trailer, lift this up, and we're good to go. How cool is that? Alright, so we also have a Hot Wheels police car. I'm not sure what era this is. I want to say this is probably from the 90s. It's just randomly ended up in this box. And then we have the Kenworth. Opening engine bay. Oh, the tilt forward hood. Fender. Whatever the articulated unit is. Opens up just like on the real truck. This would be a W900 from the late 70s, early 80s. Up until 82, I believe, is when they had round headlights. But look at this thing. This is my first Golf anything. Nowadays, that's become a big thing. Everybody's obsessed with the Golf livery on everything. And got all those McLaren F1s and other things, but this was when I was just a little kid. I never saw a Golf station when I first got this truck. I'd never seen one before we came to the US. So I didn't know what Golf meant, but just to look cool. To this day, I'd love that logo. So that's the third truck that was in this box. Alright, let's look at some other stuff. Next up, we've got a Greyhound Bus from Tomy Tamika. The detailing on this thing, it's wild. Tamika, made in Japan, of course. Greyhound Bus 1 to 156. 1979, Tomy. Much smaller scale, obviously, than the typical Tamika. Except for maybe like the gravel hauler trucks or something. So that's that. Pretty awesome. We got another majorette car. This one's a police car. Caprice Classic. 1980s Caprice Classic. 1 to 169. It says Impala. Well, either way, Caprice Classic Impala. It's a B-body. The second to last generation of the B-body Chevys. again, pretty nice shape. I haven't been played with this, you know, in its original life. It was a toy that I used to play with, so pretty good shape. Alright, and then we have a majorette limousine. Most people have seen these before. These aren't that rare, but they're still cool. TVs back there. Mini fridge. Plus you get that crazy antenna. That was kind of what separated a regular limousine from a really fancy limo, is those crazy boomerang TV antennas. All white limousine, based on a Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham stretch. This is 1/58 scale. Again, made in France, vintage majorette, way back in the day. And then for a stark contrast, we've got a Škoda, the Embečka from Czechoslovakia. So Škoda, S with the caret is pronounced like SH, Škoda. This is a 120 mini model. Was a little in-house company in Czechoslovakia the communists had. Roscovet VDI actually. That stands for manufacturing or something along those lines. I want to say in Czechoslovakian, in Slovak or Czech. Somebody can correct me on that. That's pretty cool. Little Škoda. These, by the way, are rear-engined rear-wheel drive. The engine is housed where traditionally a trunk would be, and up front you have a big frunk. Little 4-cylinder inline engines, transversely mounted. Not bad for what it is. Pretty cool cars. And then this is one of my all-time favorite cars from when I was a kid. This is my father's, and for whatever reason I have never seen another one that's pink metallic. You see them in hot pink all the time. I don't know if this is some kind of a super treasure hunt situation where there was only very few painted pink, if it was extra cost, if it was a limited run. I have no idea. But I have bought a couple more since then, and I restored one, painted it red. Mattel designed by Zeranium Mantis. So this has two really awesome things going for it, other than the amazing styling. It has a central driving position, so the driver sits in the middle. There's a seat on each side, just like, yes, the McLaren F1. And back here, that's a 327 Chevy engine. Pretty awesome, huh? It's a Corgi Jr. Whiz Wheels. That was probably, other than that dune buggy I showed you guys a few videos ago, that was the very first car I remember playing with as a kid. Alright, so now let's open up that amazing big rig wrecker. Alright, hope that was worth the wait, or maybe fast forward through the video. So look at this thing. Absolutely amazing. Independent suspension on all 3 axles. Look at that. And then this guy, if you unfasten the hook, this goes up and down with that knob, and this knob extends the boom. How cool was that? So I went to the Hollis flea market with my buddy Robert, and I said, at that point I had been in possession of an extra pair of 68 Camaro taillights for 20 years, almost to the day. Just maybe a month or two after. Almost to the day. And all I said was, I basically just wanted to come back with maybe some cash, but ideally I wanted to trade them for something really cool, something that will be memorable, that I would cherish and remember my 68 Camaro by. And this Kenworth, it's perfect. This is an awesome way to turn an item that I didn't need, that I wanted to pass along to somebody that could use it and love it and actually get some real use out of it instead of having it sit in a storage unit. And I get something cool out of the deal, so very happy. I love how blatantly obvious it is that it's a Kenworth. They really did a nice job. It is lacking side view mirrors, which is one of my things I like to complain about, but other than that, it's near flawless. And again, the hood and all of the different functions, it's pretty cool. Look at that. Even the wheels are actually really awesome. Alright, thanks for watching.